the details of his contract was 6 year, $290 million with 160 to 180 guaranteed. So Lamar bet on himself. Was it a good decision to bet on himself? I think it was because, and I think they're going to stay healthy. I think they're one of the best teams in the AFC. I did pick them to go to the Super Bowl, but if they go to the Super Bowl, he's going to get a guaranteed $250 million contract. If they win a Super Bowl, he might get more. Because at that point, you're talking about he has a Super Bowl, a unanimous MVP. They'll probably go to the Pro Bowl this year. Jeez, man, that's tough. You know, so I think because Deshaun Watson got guaranteed money, but here's the thing. Russell Wilson didn't get fully guaranteed. Kyler Murray didn't get fully guaranteed. So the Ravens are like, wait a minute, we're going to offer you more guaranteed money than Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray got. And it's going to be a bigger contract. And he turned it down. I think he was right. I'm never going to say nobody is wrong for betting on himself. I think he was right. I would have did the same thing. I'm not a fan of the whole 6 year. I'm trying to sign like a Josh Allen, Kirk Cousins type of deal, like 3 years, 4 years. We could talk about it, you know. Or if you want to win, right, you could do what Patrick Mahomes did. Like, you know, people are like, man, I think he's the ninth paid right now, but he signed for $500 million. So, I mean, if, you know, people knock Patrick Mahomes, but they didn't knock Brady, which is weird because that's what Brady always did. So, I mean, he's going to be getting $45 million a year. I think that's a pretty good salary. So I think he did right. The caveat is if he gets hurt, do the Ravens bring him back? I think they have to. So I think he has all of the chips. And if he wins, even if he wins one playoff game, if they go to the playoffs and he wins one playoff game, God forbid 2 playoff games, and he has a best statistical season of his career, they're going to have to pay him. They're going to have to pay him. So, you know, I think it was smart. Corey, what do you think? You think he made a good decision, Lamar?
I do, yeah. You know, kudos to Lamar for doing it. Like, I kind of get Baltimore's stance. They're hoping to avoid like Houston scenario where they gave Brock Osweiler a crap ton of money, then had to give up a second round pick to get somebody to take his contract.
That was crazy.
But that's insane because we've seen Lamar play. Look, I'm sure teams are trying to treat Deshaun Watson's guaranteed deal like teams did treat Hopkins' deal in Arizona for wide receivers. So, that's an outlier. That was an absurd deal. The team never should have done it. And they didn't treat it like it reset the market.
Yeah.
But we should keep in mind that this past offseason,
it did.
Those teams caved when they wanted wide receivers.
Yep, it did reset it.
History has shown in both Washington and Dallas that when you don't pay your quarterback, you play this game, you go down the franchise tag route, that at the end of the day, you still end up paying that guy, but you end up paying him a lot more.
They should have paid Dak when Jared Goff got paid and Carson Wentz, and we should have paid Kirk Cousins. We would still have Kirk Cousins. You can talk about Kirk Cousins all you want, but he's a decent starting quarterback.
He is
been better than anything we've had.
14, top 12 starting quarterback. And the NFL notably is the only 3 of the major sports that doesn't do guaranteed contracts.
Yep.
As a quarterback, I do not blame Lamar for pushing for one, especially with the style of offense that Baltimore runs for him, where they put him in harm's way more running the football. He's prone to take more hits.
Man.
I go get your money while you can. You know, he's a unique talent. I think he's a lot better passer than what he's ever been given credit for. And I think if an offense was designed to put him in situations to throw the ball more, I think it would play out. I also think that it'd help if Baltimore ever got him some receivers, but
Yeah.
I'm all on board with what Lamar's doing, and I can guarantee you if the Ravens don't want to pay him this offseason, somebody would.
Yeah. Craig, what you think? You think Lamar betting on himself's good?
I think it's good, but I mean, obviously you have a risk involved, especially without having a guy to negotiate it for you. He doesn't have a what you call it? Damn, what's it called? Agent. Damn.
Yeah.
He doesn't have an agent to negotiate his deals. But he's doing everything on his own, and he didn't like the terms of it, what he saw. So it is what it is. Like he said, he's going to cut off negotiations at a certain time. He stopped talking about it. You know, he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. There's no need to talk about it until the end of the season, basically.
Yeah.
So there shouldn't be any questions from reporters about this or anything like that. There should be no distraction. But if I was Lamar, I wouldn't have played at all. I'm not playing this year without a contract.
Ooh, you're pulling out your cojones.
I wouldn't have played. I just think that he deserves a contract.
Jeez.
I understand that he got offered a substantial amount.
Yeah.
But this guy's a former MVP. Like he's the quarterback there. I mean, I guess they have Huntley, who's okay, but he's not Lamar Jackson.
So you're going hard.
I would have probably sat out if I was him. I mean, I understand that he.
How long would you set out? What's it? 6 games? The
whole season.
You would have went hard.
There's no point. What's the point of playing if you're not going to get a contract that he wants to get a contract that he deserves? I'm just saying, like, you're going to go out there and you're going to risk yourself, and you don't have a contract right now. And those, like Corey was saying, the style that he plays, the style that Baltimore likes to run, style of offense Baltimore likes to run. It's, you know, he can take any type of hit and he's done. Like he's not like Cam Newton big. So I mean, he's
and it wore down Cam Newton.
He's fast. And you saw what happened in Cam Newton. I mean, obviously he was a little bit older, so and he's been through so many more hits, and he was always taking punishment, but he got hurt, and it kind of cost him his career for the most part. So I don't want to see that happen to Lamar, but you know, I just thought that maybe he should have played a little bit hard. I mean, I guess he did play hard, but I mean, he hardball, but he could have went out there and played hardball and you know, and try to say, okay, I'm going to sit out. I don't feel comfortable. I didn't get my contract. I don't want to risk my health, risk my anything like that. Eventually, I would assume Baltimore would have caved because they have a playoff team. They have playoff aspirations, Super Bowl aspirations. They got a really good defense. The only thing they really don't have is wide receivers. So, like Corey was saying, if Baltimore doesn't pay him, somebody's going to pay him. I mean, I would assume that if they don't pay him next year, they're going to franchise tag him. So, I mean, you know how that goes. I'm not a fan of the franchise tag, but you know, it is what it is. If they just decide, you know, we're not going to pay you or whatever it is, he gets hurt and they don't want to pay him and they want to just go with Huntley or go with some other free agent, somebody's going to pay him. I mean, I would be happy if he came to the Ravens. I mean, the Panthers. I mean, I know a lot of teams would love to have Lamar Jackson on their team. So, like I said, I would have sat out at least as long as the negotiations. I would have probably, you know, if they wanted to talk about it after starting out 2-3, 2-4, okay, cool, we can talk about it. Yeah, we can go from there. So, but like I said, I do like him betting on himself. If he feels like he wants to go out there and he wants to play, and then push all the chips in and say, you know, I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to do everything I can, and then after the season's over, I'm going to show you that you guys deserve to give me whatever it is, fully guaranteed contract. Then cool.
Yeah, man. That, you know, I was listening to a couple. That's what Rob Parker said. Rob Parker was like, I wouldn't show up to the game. I was like, golly, you know? I mean, I understand it, but here's what we do know. He would take Craig's stance, and I agree with it. Like, if, you know, you're going to play, you're going to play, you're not. So I do agree with this, though. Both Corey and Craig, whatever Lamar signs is going to impact Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. Because if Lamar signs a guaranteed contract, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert are signing guaranteed contracts. I'm telling you that right now. Lamar can kind of change. Well, it started with Kirk Cousins. He has guaranteed money. Then I think Aaron Rodgers signed a similar guarantee contract. And then, Russell Wilson and Kyle Murray kind of took the traditional route. Deshaun got the guarantee. I think if Lamar gets guaranteed, I could see Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert signing for guaranteed money. I could see that. I could see it. And then now it's gonna change the free agency in NFL. Because then, just like Corey said with the wide receivers, it's gonna be, we're not paying wide receiver $27 million. A couple years later, it's like, well, that cost $27 million is a Terry McLaurin or DK Metcalf. We're not even talking about Tyreek Hill or somebody who could really take the top off. So if Lamar signs a guaranteed, a couple years from now, we're going to talk about other positions getting guarantees because it's going to trickle, trickle down effect. It's going to set the tone. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool.